Take out my earbuds. Don't need those. Well, hello, friendly friends. Welcome back to the channel. This is Teacher Dave's Mandarin Chinese Classroom. 欢迎你们到德伟老师的中文教室。我就是德伟老师。I am Teacher David, and you guys are the students. So what we're gonna do right now is we're still on lesson 2. We just learned our numbers. We're playing with saying the date a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit more about numbers and date, saying the date. How do you say the date? And then we'll do some substitution drills. Okay, let's get right into this. So lesson 2, let's practice our numbers, shall we? We know how to say 1 through 10. And so let's start with 0. We don't know 0. 0 is ling, L-I-N-G, second tone. Can you say that with me, please? Ling. You can hear the rising tone there. Okay? And then repeat after me. Let's do our numbers 1 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? And then we tried to speed that up a little bit last time. Remember that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I like the numbers because they are kind of sing-songy. We know them well. It's a good way to practice the tones, right? And it's kind of sing-songy. And then numbers are kind of fun in Chinese. The way you get to 31, for example, is you get to 11, right? 10. Now that's 10. 10, right? Any guesses on how you say 11? 11. 11 is 11. 12 is 12. 13. Are you getting the picture? So now we can practice our tones, right? Let's go slowly. Let's do 1 through 10. Let's do 1 through 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You ready? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ready for 20? 20. Okay, and then marching on to 31. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. And that gets us from 0, ling, to 31. Now, we're not going to do too much more of that. Those are things that you guys can write out, and you can surf the tones and learn your numbers on your own. We'll, of course, be reviewing them, as we always do. Okay, very good. So how do you ask, what's the date today? Okay, it's 今天几月几号 or 今天几月几日 G is how many, or it's like what number, right? You could also just say 今天几号今天几日 What's the date today? 今天几月几日？今天几月几号？今天几日？今天几号？ Right? 都可以. That's all. You can do all of those. Okay. So, and then when you answer, you start with the year and the biggest thing, and then you go to the month and then to the day. Okay. So what's the date today? What is the date today? It's June 12th, 2025. The last time I checked is the year, right? So how would you say 2025? 2025年2025年 right? 2025年 You can kind of surf the tones, right? 5年 So again, that's the half third tone, isn't it? We learned that in chapter 1. So when a third tone is followed by anything except a third tone, what happens when a third tone follows a third tone? The first one becomes a second tone, right? But when a third tone is followed by one of the other three tones, the other four tones, one of the other three remaining tones, it's a half third. So it goes down and it doesn't come back up, right? 5年, it surfs the next tone back up. Okay. 今天几月几日？今天2025年6月 What's the date? The 12th. 12号 Right? 今天2025年6月12号 How's that? That's hard, isn't it? Well, let's try another one. Let's not do the year right now. Just know that that's how you do it. Okay, so how would you say May 25th? 今天几日? How would you answer that? 今天 is today, right? 几日, what's the date today? So how would you say, we can do the year, why not? So it's 2025, right? 2025年 And then what's the month? May? 5月 Right? 5月 And then how do you say the 25th? 25日 Right? Okay. So again, how would you say? I'm getting confused myself with what I'm asking you to say. I have 25s everywhere. Okay. 5/25, 2025. 就是2025年5月25日. That's difficult. How would you say September 2nd? 9月2日. Is that right? 9月2日. You would just say 9月2. 9月2, I believe. Anyway. Okay. So, I think there were some substitution drills in here. So, well, let's do another one. Let's do August 12th. Right? 8月12号. Right? Or 8月12日. Right? Oh, I know what we can do. So how do you say August 12th? 8月12号 8月12日 right? 8月12号 I'm more comfortable saying that. So, you know what we can do is we can learn, we know 今天, right? That's today. How do you say tomorrow, friendly friends? 明天. 明天. And then yesterday is 昨天. 昨天, 明天, 今天. So 今天, Jintian, first tone. 明天, Ming, second tone, Ting, first tone. And 昨天, Zuotian, second tone, first tone. 昨天, that's our DZ sound that we're working on, right? Our initial. Okay, so if today is 6/12/2025, right? And then remember, we're going from the biggest to the smallest, right? So it's 2025年6月12号. 今天几月几号? 今天2025年6月12号. Okay, so if 今天几月几号 is what is the date today? How would you say what was the date yesterday? Yesterday is 昨天. 昨天几月几日? 昨天几月几号? Right? Or 昨天几月? 昨天几号? 昨天几日? Right? Are both ways that you can ask the date. So again, the year is going to be the same, right? 昨天2025年 2025. What about June? 6月, right? And then 昨天 was the 11th, right? How do you say the 11th? 11日 11号, right? So 昨天几日? 昨天2025年6月11号. Okay. And then how do you say tomorrow? Tomorrow is 明天. 明天. 明天几号? What's the date tomorrow? 明天几日? What's the date tomorrow? 明天几月几号? 明天几月几日? 明天, how do you say 2025? 2025年 June 6月, right? Or you could say 6月. And then what is the 13th? 13号 or 13日. Good. How are you doing with your 日 and your 号? Those are difficult, right? 号 is that aspirated H. And 日 is like that, kind of like that SHR sound that we're working on. 日, right? R-I, fourth tone. Okay, let's do that one more time. 今天几月几日? 今天2025年6月12号, right? 昨天几月几号? 昨天2025年6月11号, right? 明天几月几日? 明天2025年 6月13日13号 right? Okay. How's that? Difficult. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Don't worry about it. A little bit of an intro to how you do that. And let's do our numbers again, 1 through 31 with our tone, sing-songy tones. And then we'll call it a lesson. You ready? Here we go. I'm going to kind of go slowly. Start with 0. 0, 0, right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31。哇，成功了 We did it! Good job, friendly friends. You're doing really well.